Hello, learners. Myself, Professor Dr. Ramesh C. God, Dean and Director, Library Information, and Head Kalanidhi, Indira Gandhi National Center for the Arts. It's a organization of Ministry of Culture. Uh, Welcome to this module on how to detect plagiarism under this online detection orientation programs for teachers and research scholars in higher education, being organized by the Ramanujan College Teacher Learning Centers, University of Delhi under Mission for Madan Mohan Malviya Mission for Teachers and Teachings under the Ministry of HRD. So in this module, I am going to tell you how to detect plagiarism, how to use various kind of plagiarism detection tools, what are their important components, and what are the different kind of uh, issues and challenges in plagiarism detection. So let me begin with giving you the list of such tools available, both commercial and open access. You can read this slide and you can find out this is Authenticate, Turnitin, Urkunt, RightCheck, Grammarly. Grammarly also help you in correcting your grammar. It is not purely a plagiarism detection software. It do both, but it is main specialized in grammar correction, your help in writing thesis. This is a list of softwares which are commonly used. Some of them are uh, available open access, but believe me, when I recommend a software, plagiarism detection software, I do not recommend use of open source software uh, because of certain reasons. I will explain you in the next slide. Turnitin and Urkunt, along with Authenticate, are the most used software uh, in currently in Indian libraries and research institutions, universities, and various kind of academic and research publishing community also. Turnitin and Authenticate from the same company, and Urkunt is from another company. You know, InfluMNet Consortium, which is responsible for providing services to the universities in India, is providing software Urkund for plagiarism detection support. So if you are a university or college under UGC and you are member of eSource Sindhu Consortia, so then you can request access to this Urkund, which is freely available. In this Urkund, there are no separate account available. The material is submitted through email, or mainly accounts are provided to faculty. Students' account are not generally provided. Uh, but student can submit through email. And when the documents arrive at Urkund, they analyze and give you the report. So it is little different from Turnitin in the context. Like in Turnitin, you yourself upload and see the originality report. But in case of Urkund, the originality report is being sent to you. Then you can analyze it. Uh, the report you can analyze similarities using these inputs provided by Urkund. Uh, Most of the things are common in all software. So instead of talking about functionality of the software, in this presentation, I'm talking more about issues such as what are similarities, what are exclusions, and how to analyze similarities, because similarity report is same in all softwares. No software will tell you that what is the plagiarism. They tell you what are the similarities to your content from the contents available on the web. So Turnitin, which is largest in the world, have connection with the Crossref and provide uh, content matching to a large resources shown in this slide. It is available in more than 27 languages. So the quality of a plagiarism detection software is based on the number of languages covered and also the scope and coverage of the contents for matching. If is why I say not to use open source software, because they are unable to enter in commercial domain for content matching because of firewall and security restrictions and login credentials requirement. So they are unable to give you the best of the report. That's why if you check any contents in software like Turnitin or in Urkund, there is a difference in the similarity, and it will be more difference in case of other open source software. Sometimes these open source software may misuse your contents also. So what basically these softwares do, they check the originality. They provide help in managing assignments. They also help in evaluation process. They provide feedback about various kind of similarities to your contents. It help you in enhancing the quality of your research publication. So these softwares are available on subscription basis. It definitely prevent plagiarism. It cannot tell you what is plagiarism, but it definitely prevents plagiarism. It engage researcher in various kind of peer review system or help in analyzing the research contents. So ultimately, for quality research writing, you definitely need a plagiarism detection software of the good quality. Whatever best software it may be, it has certain limitations. Like it cannot identify plagiarism from non-online sources because it's checked only on internet. There are certain kind of things which are not checked for any plagiarism detection software, uh, like table, graphs, mathematical formulas, images. There are a number of limitation of these software, but still something is better than nothing. And in that context, these tools are highly important. The As I mentioned that no software will tell you what is plagiarism. They will give you a similarity report. We call it originality report also. Originality report in the context like they are checking your contents from the internet and telling you that these are your original ideas and these ideas uh, you have matched from the contents available on the internet. So these original you it is very important to understand originality report, how to analyze it, how to understand that those similarities are because of you have copied something, or it is because of certain kind of certain kind of restrictions in uh, your like coincidental term, common knowledge, or any kind of the information which, uh, which you feel should not be there in that content. Uh, Now this is the originality report which I am going to show you. Uh, this originality report, right side is the similarities on the your contents on the web, and left side is your contents. So now this originality report give you an opportunity to analyze and make you understand that what are the similarities and why these similarities are there. And these similarity report, originality report should be done after certain exclusions. Every discipline have or overall in academic and research domain, there are certain kind of exclusions which should be left while checking the plagiarism, like bibliography and quotation need to be excluded. Small matches, there's some kind of coincidental terms, common knowledge, and all these things are excluded by setting proper filters in various softwares. Every software has certain kind of filters. So, when you talk about various kind of quotations, uh, you have to see that quotation should be in a proper format, and what you are excluding, it is in a proper manner, and quotations are rightly excluded from the source. In this context, I am showing you this slide, which is giving you certain kind of indication about filters, how to set the filters in this context, and these filters are based on various kind of rules of various plagiarism detection sets. Like you can select number of words, and generally 14 words are being considered to be left. Uh, then there are a number of other things, important thing in this originality checking. The content which has been copied are color coded in these similarities, and then you have to analyze these similarities. You can, and besides checking similarities, even assignment can be checked, grading can be done. This is important in that context of some of these software which help in grading of assignments also. Now you have to analyze these similarities. So these similarities may be various reason. You have copied it, so then delete it. If you have copied it, use proper citation system. If it is a coincidental, you can ignore it. If it is common knowledge, you can ignore it. So by following those rules of citation, you need to take a decision that how these similarities have to be left, these similarities have to be included, these similarities have to be uh, deleted. And when we talk about originality, 0% should be the similarities, but sometimes it may not be possible. Another few important thing you should remember and note it down. Any similarities can be plagiarism. All similarities may not be plagiarism. Researcher and guide supervisor are the best person to decide to this issue. Limit fixed by some university is not correct. Uh, Only limit fixed by the University Grant Commission is in University Grant Commission plagiarism regulation, promotion of academic integrity and prevention of plagiarism, higher educational institution regulation 2018. I was the member of this plagiarism draft committee. In that committee, it was decided that there will be regulation which gives certain kind of relaxation, and similarities up to 10% were excluded from plagiarism, being considered plagiarism. So these regulations have to be followed by each and every university, and in this context, uh, these regulations have to be followed, each and every one. Uh, every software has accept all kind of files in PDF, in the Word, or in PostScript or HTML. They have certain limitation, like in Turnitin, file up to 20 MB, and I think take it up to 40 MB. Maximum page length is 400 pages. Minimum word should be 20, and in authenticate zip files can also be run. So these are the some requirement of the software. No software will detect images. So there are certain kind of image detection softwares are available. Uh, I want to acknowledge all the presenters. Here I want to tell you that similarities are not plagiarism, but plagiarism is defined on the basis of similarity. That is also true. So it is very important that uh, you should know how a particular plagiarism detection software check the contents. You should also know how to analyze those similarities by using a proper citation rules. uh, you can exclude what is prescribed in UGC guidelines and your university guidelines, or generally followed in practice, like uh, a researcher's paper can be excluded if it is published during the period of research on the paper of the research. Uh, I think proper awareness is very important, and I think uh, when you check your contents, plagiarism detection can softwares can tell you these similarities are not correct. You may be 100% right in your approach, but my suggestion and recommendation is that always use a good plagiarism detection software. If you don't have, ask your university to subscribe it. If you are a member of UGC consortia, then ask them to freely provide it. Uh, it is very, very important to check your content before submission. And plagiarism detection are the best tool. With these words, I would like to uh, close this here. My email IDs are given in my presentation. You are free to ask questions, and uh, any question through email. Thank you very much.